Hello everyone, and thanks for stopping by to Scrap and Craft with Terry. Today we're going to make some floral journal cards with a little extra. And I just ask if you like my video, you check out my other ones. Like and subscribe, give me thumbs up, let me know what you think. So we're going to go ahead and get busy. This is one of the little journal cards I made. And it's just stamped on, has some book page and some music paper and some of this mesh ribbon. I just think this stuff is so pretty, and some flowers. And then on the back have a little brown ink on there, but well, that's okay. You can add paper to the back for journaling. If you have a light background, you can just leave it and it can be journaled on. And I'm just using file folders for my little card base. I don't know, I'm having a good time using these file folders lately. But they're cheap enough and they work good. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So on this one, I'll go through the steps of what I did. Now on this one here, I rounded the edges. So some of the edges are rounded, some of them I left square. So on this one, I'm just going to leave this one square, and I'm going to do this in black. Now I just used my my script stamp and just stamped some onto the card. Now you can or you don't have to. You can just completely cover it with the book page if you want to. You can use any background. I just kind of randomly stamped. I just think it looks pretty cool that way. I like it. And if there's a spot that's not stamped in enough for you, you can just go back and stamp a little more. And that's all I did with the background. So we'll just wipe this off. And cut that out and use that for something else, huh? Alright. Then I'm going to go around my edges. And when I did it, I just kind of brought my ink forward just to darken them edges down a little bit, just to grunge them up a little bit. And of course on the back, you can go around the back if you want, and you can ink. The file folders are a pretty nice weight for a journal card. I think that's why I like using them. And in some cases it's cheaper than cardstock. Okay, now I have, it's hard to see on this one, I have book page on this side, I have some music paper over there. So you can cut these any way you want, you can kind of stagger them. I like to have some of my background show. So I think I'll just, and this is just coffee dyed. I think I'll just kind of have that up there. Let's see where this takes me. I might want to leave that corner uncovered. And if you tear your pieces and you find that you don't have enough, you can just tear an extra piece, add it in. You can use more than one piece of paper, or more than 2 pieces of paper. Doesn't have to be just one. Can be however you like it. And then I just kind of stick my flower on and see if I like the way the background looks. And I like the way this one looks. I like this down here and that up there. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these down. Well, I'll ink them first. And you can ink or you don't have to ink. Completely up to you. Okay. Wonder if I want this side. I think there's more going on this side. I think I'll turn it over. So see, you can change in midstream. Sometimes I like to do that. Keeps it interesting. Yeah, I like that better. Okay. And don't mind me if you can hear my tummy grumbling. That's not nice. And I'm just using my art glitter glue. These can be another one of them mass make scrap buster projects. If you don't want to use music paper and book page, you don't have to. You can use any kind of paper for your backgrounds that you want. Use scraps. Now this mesh ribbon, I got this at the Dollar Tree, and I just think this stuff is so pretty. But I have found that it's kind of hard to keep it, or you know, when you're gluing it down, I'm afraid if I use stick glue, that it's just gonna make my background all sticky. But yet when I do the art glitter glue, it takes a minute for it to set up. So I don't really know. Well, we'll just experiment a minute. Maybe this will hold most of it down, and then I can put our glitter glue on it also. And then maybe this won't hold it at all. It's kind of temperamental, but it's so pretty. I just really like it. And I don't think it's going to hold it at all. Yeah, I don't think so. So I just kind of go along the little lacy vines on here. Just add my glue. Maybe when I put it back on, maybe between this and the glue stick. It'll help to hold it down. I don't know. The weave is just so open, there's not a whole lot there to grab to. And I can't just spread glue around the paper. So if anybody has a better way of holding this down, I'd like you to let me know down in the comments. Well, we'll go with this. If there was more of these clusters like this, you would have more to grab. And then you can just kind of like go along, add a little glue, put your ends down. When I did the last one, I had to let this part of it set for a few minutes. And I went ahead and glued my flower over it because I figured that would also help hold it. Maybe I should have a little silicone spatula thing. Maybe that would help because it wouldn't stick to that like the glue sticks to my fingers. But isn't it pretty? It's so lacy looking. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and glue the flower down. I don't think we'll use that anymore. And then hopefully that'll help hold it. And then if I have to, I'll just go back and add a little more glue. I'll check them all at the end to make sure they're all stuck down. So how's everybody doing today? Getting a lot of crafting in? We're supposed to be having temperatures up around almost 60 today, I guess. That's something for February. So I'll just kind of push that down. And after it dries, my pieces, my little parts that's sticking out over the edge, I can go back over it and trim them off. But isn't that a pretty little journal card? I just think it's cute. And it's something different. And when you turn it over to write on it, there's not going to be any problems writing on it because the file folder is thick enough that it's not going to bother your writing. So we're going to set this one aside and let it start to dry. All right, now the rest of them, I already have them inked and cut out and everything. I might as well just use this paper. Now on this one, I rounded my corners. I didn't ink my back. I don't know if I'll go along and ink all of the backs right now or not. I'll see. Lost my train of thought. I know what I was going to say. Now on this one, I wanted to make sure I seen my music paper, and I wanted to see the book page. Except I guess I didn't ink these. So in the center, I'm not putting anything in the center, which I was going to, but you don't even know it's there. So I might as well not waste the paper. I can use it on something else. When you have like little scrap pieces like this and you don't know what to do with them, this makes good use of your scraps. Okay. So I cut this one long again. Some of them I cut short. Go ahead and glue these down. I like the way the script shows in the background. If you was making a bright jazzy journal and you was going to use these in there, you could use bright inks for your script and for inking everything. And like if you was going to make a little kid's journal, that would be cute. See, if you had more spaces like this that was a little bit bigger, it would be easier for you to get the glue to stick. I can say I really have to look through my bifocals hard to see all this stuff. I don't know if you can see it or not, actually. When this first came out, I seen it on YouTube. Somebody had it. I don't know. Somebody was using it, and I'm like, oh, I have to find that. Then I found out that the Dollar Tree had it. Of course, our Dollar Tree didn't have it, so I had to go out of town and find it. It's like our Dollar Trees are always the last one to get all the good stuff. All right, now let's see how this works. When I get done, I'll have to go take the glue off my scissors. I've had these scissors for so many years. I think I got these like when I was younger. We'll say a kid. I don't even know if I don't think Fisker sells these scissors anymore. But they're great. All right, now I'm just going to go ahead and glue my flower. And then again, we'll go over it at the end. Check to see what's sticking and what's not sticking. This flower here, I kind of got carried away with myself when I was inking it. Put my dabber right down into the ink and I just put it right on that little bud, not paying attention to what I was doing. But it's nice and red anyway. Okay. Now, when you put the flowers on, and if you don't want flowers, you don't have to use flowers. When you put them on, you can put them at the top, you can put them at the bottom. I'm just trying to put them more in the center. This one could have moved up a little tiny bit. But in the end, it all looks good. So there's that one. That one's nice and bright. All right, now we have another black ink, and then I think the rest of them are brown. So on this one, Let me see. I think I had my papers tipped a little bit. I didn't want them really straight. So that's how I'm going to glue them down. I only have 5 colors of this mesh, so the green one I used twice. And I'll put that one about like that. And that just gives it a little different look. Now this one I just made short. So I'm going to have it more up to the top. So more of it shows at the top. A little extra on them spots that's a little bit thicker, and that might help it to hold in place too. If I didn't have this little skinny tip, man, I'd be making a real mess. So we'll give that a whirl. And you can, you can just do regular lace too. I don't know if I said that yet or not, but the lace would definitely glue down a lot easier. All right, let me just hold this a second. I'm just going to go off for a second. I think maybe I'll glue the lace on the other 2 cards that I have, and then we'll come back. Okay. I think when I use this again, I have to get a smaller bottle of Fabri-Tac so I can put my little tiny tip back in it. I think Fabri-Tac would hold it a lot better. But yeah, you put it on, just kind of hold weight on it, put your hand on there, just kind of press down, helps it to grab a little better. So other than that, they're still pretty. Okay, so now we can put our basket on this one. And I'll show you the other ones. And I think the basket of flowers looks really pretty against that green mesh. Or ribbon. Lace, I guess I called it lace when I was going off. Let me go ahead and trim this one so I don't forget. And I'll just trim this one while I'm doing this one. So that one's pretty. All right, now this was one of them. This just has the shorter piece of the mesh. I just did a little piece of the book page and a long skinny piece of the music paper. And we're just going to put that on there. Actually, with this one being on the green, it's almost like it got lost now that I'm looking at it more. It's almost like it got lost in the background. But I can't take it off now. It's still pretty. And then, of course, you know, it'll take a minute for the paper to adhere to that mesh. I want to call it lace, but it's mesh ribbon. And this is what the little rolls of it look like. So you get a pretty good size roll from the Dollar Tree. All right, one more. And we're done. So what do you think of the flower journal cards with the ribbon mesh on them? I think they're pretty. I would probably sometime or other want to make them with the regular lace to see the difference, see what they look like. I just like to make different kinds and different styles of journal cards because journal cards are good to have on hand. And I like this brown. The brown on it looks really good. Okay. So there's our 6 journal cards. I can get my pin back in there. So let me know what you think. If you liked my video today, give me a thumbs up. Any questions, comments, any advice about this mesh ribbon, leave them down in the comments section. I answer all my comments. So I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their day. And until our next video, happy crafting. Bye for now.